Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a timeless reading. This energy was activated the moment you clicked on this video. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Seven of Swords. This is the card of distractions, right? This is the card of a lot of noise. We're trying to find the answer, but there's like too much data going on, you know? I think you're somebody who is trying to stay on course. You're trying to stay on the narrow path. You're trying to stay, you're trying to stick to the plan. I feel like there's a lot of things going on around you, a lot of people that are kind of pulling your energy this way and this way and this way. A lot of ideas that maybe are tempting you to go this way, this way, this way. Perhaps even a lot of criticism, a lot of critics, right? Kind of telling you, you should be doing this over here, you should be doing that over there. And you're trying to just stay tried and true to yourself and stay the course. All right, let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there's that Eight of Wands. There's the Queen of Cups. There's the Star. The Five of Wands. Very good. And the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about getting in control of this fiery, creative, impulsive energy. Okay? Getting in control, holding the reins of your own volition. Okay? And because, 7 and 8 right here, we are being tempted to sort of scatter our energy in too many directions. Here's the High Priestess. There's the Six of Swords. There is the Empress and a Nine of Swords. Interesting with that Nine of Swords at the end. Yeah. I think if we don't listen to our intuition, if we don't trust in the path before us, we're going to end up in a real bad spot. Okay? Because what we see is that your destiny, your star, your intentions, right? Your intuition has led you forward on a path, but now there's so many distractions and there's a dispersal of your energy. And if you let this energy sort of pull you in another direction, if you allow yourself to be whisked away by this horse, you're not going to get your Empress, and you're going to be in despair. You're going to lament. Okay? So that's why we see the need for control. The Five of Wands, holding the reins of this energy. Now's not the time for you to change course. Now's not the time for you to explore other pathways. No, now's the time for you to double down on what you're already doing. Do more of what you're doing. Okay? And get a hold of this energy that's trying to push you in one way or the other in different directions. No, hold fast to the course you're on. Okay? Spirit's saying that you are, you're getting close. You're getting so close to this Empress life that like you can kind of see it. But now's the time where you're going to be tested the most. Now's the time where it's so important for you to stick to the path. Don't go astray. Don't go off road. Don't go off course. Don't be distracted by things. Don't listen to the critics. Don't start entertaining these ideas of, well, maybe I should do something else right now. No, things are working the way they are. Don't change anything. Right? Don't change anything. Sometimes we have too many good ideas, and we try to change too many things at once. We don't know which one worked and which one didn't. So Spirit's saying just stick with what you're doing right now because it's working. If we start tinkering around with something now, believing that, well, maybe if I change this little thing over here, it's going to get better. Maybe if I change this little thing over there, it's going to get better. No, stick with what you're doing. Now's not the time to start experimenting or getting creative. Certainly not the time to take a day off. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but I know that it is something that you care about. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down right here with Dwight K. Schrute right on top. Now, it is casual day again here on Dove and Serpent Tarot, so I hope you're in your jammies, but I have a feeling you're in your work clothes. Yeah. Let's take a look around the room here. If you have a prediction for this card, put it in the comments anytime. Okay. As far as major arcana energy we go, we have the star, we have the high priestess, and we've got the empress. Now, what the high priestess does is shows you the way to your empress. Okay? The high priestess is showing you how to get to your best life, your paradise, the land of bliss, of abundance, right? Heaven on earth, your best life, where there's love and there's bounty and there's connection and there's beauty, there's joy, there's success, there is more than enough of what you need, and it is it's the creation of the universe that's meant for you. Okay, card number 2, card number 3 in the tarot, right? The high priestess is always showing you the way. It's your intuition. If you follow your intuition, you'll be fine. Once we start screwing around with the plan, start tinkering with things, we're going to end up skipping around this way. Okay? These are what we want. These are what we're trying to avoid at the time. We're trying to stay the course. And the star card, of course, is the origination of this path for you. That you've discovered what you're meant to do in life. You know what is trying to manifest in the world through you. You know who you are and why you're here. You've done the karmic work. You've done the self-development. You've done the soul exploration. You know what you're meant to do in life. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Now it's just a matter of doing it. Okay? Usually people run into problems here where they're just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Sometimes we think, oh, maybe I'm meant to be a painter. And then we'll spend a lot of time trying to be a painter, but it just never works out. We're frustrated, we fail at it, we don't feel any kind of resonance, it's not for us. But we keep doing it because that's what I want to believe. I thought I was a musician, I thought I was a rock star when I was a kid, And I realized, no, I'm not. I'm not meant to be. That's not my path, right? I love it. I dream about doing it. It sounds so exciting, but I know that's not the path for me. Okay. So many of us, we end up stuck here, wondering, who am I? Why am I here? Why have I been put on this earth? What am I here to do? Okay. I think you've discovered that. You know why you're here. Or at least we think we do for now, right? And our gnosis will change and evolve over time. That's kind of the point too. That we think we know why we're here. It's not going to be that way forever. Right? It's not just one particular thing that we're meant to do for the rest of our life. I'm meant to just, paint pictures on a canvas. Well, no, it could be a lot of different things, right? And that's one reason why we don't have any earth cards. So we have our majors. We've got fire, fire, fire. We got a little bit of water, just a little bit. We've got air, air, and air. We don't have any earth cards. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you want to succeed at it, this is how you do it. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter what your purpose is in life. Because the pentacles, the earth energy, the actual behaviors and the actual things that you're doing, right? The job you have or the vocation or the hobby or the work that you're doing is going to change. It's going to evolve over time. You're not going to do the same thing for your entire life. Maybe you will, yeah. I mean, it's possible. I don't really know too many people that have done that. But it's going to most likely change and evolve over time. So there's no earth cards here. What matters is how and why you're doing it. Okay? So you've already solved a big part of the equation. You know sort of what your mission is, what your purpose is. You've learned how to tune in to spirit. and to be guided. Now, when we think, well, what's my purpose? And we get an answer, okay, YouTube tarot reader. All right, that's my purpose. That's what I'm going to do. Until, of course, Spirit kind of guides your life into a different direction, and you realize, okay, now my purpose is sort of taking me over here. The purpose hasn't really changed, but the details of it may be changing, okay? Right now, anyway, that's all just sort of theoretical stuff. The point is that you know why you're here. You know what you're meant to be doing right now. So now the only thing left is to do it, is to understand what the challenges are, understand what the nature of this path is like for you. What are the obstacles you're likely to face? What are the challenges? What are the skills you have to learn? Right? What is the deeper meaning of all of this? What is really at the very heart of this purpose? Is it helping people? Is it healing? Is it innovation? Everything ultimately, when you boil it all down, it all comes back to helping people. Helping the world, helping your friends, family, being of service to the world in some way. Even a musician, even an artist, especially artists, painters, let's say, musicians, everything that we're doing. I think the sense of purpose that we have, if you boil it, if you distill it down to its essence, it's all about improving the quality of life for ourselves and others, alleviating suffering for ourselves and others. That's our purpose. However that purpose unfolds for you, if it's painting, if it's music, if it's social work, if it's working in a library, being a writer, being a bus driver, I don't know. Whatever it does, it boils down to that. Okay? And you have to find what you have found, I should rephrase. You have found what expression of that purpose you are best suited to perform. Okay? Now, it's just a matter of staying on course, because sometimes we get a little bit distracted by things. Sometimes we start to think, wow, it would be so much more fun to go and do something else. It would be so much fun. This is getting hard over here. I'm going to go do something that's a little bit more interesting, There's a lot of things that are going to try to get you to fall off course, to fall away from whatever work you're doing now. You're going to have a lot of criticism from other people. A lot of paths may seem easier. The grass is always greener on the other side, right? That's where the dogs are doing their business, The Eight of Wands here becomes a realization that any change of course now would be a waste of energy. If you were to deviate from your plan now, you're going to spend a lot of energy deviating and then a lot of energy coming back to center. Okay? So the idea here is stay in the middle of this. Don't let yourself be pulled in any of these directions. The energy that you need to accomplish your goals right now would be dissipated if you start messing with things. Don't mess with things. Okay? Underneath the surface, you've got the Queen of Cups. This is the realization that the path you're on now has a range of emotions. It's not going to be all pleasant all the time. It's not going to be what everybody else wants to see. You're not just reflecting the world back at itself. You're not just being what everybody sort of wants to please. You can't please all the people, right? And nor can you expect to navigate your life by the pleasure principle, that we're just seeking pleasure, and that's how we're navigating. Oh, there's pain over there, I'm going this way, pleasure, okay, pleasure this way, and that's how we're living our life, right? You're following something much deeper than that. You're following, again, when you sort of boil all the water down, right? When you distill the essence of what you care about, I think it really comes down to helping people, healing people, improving the quality of life, alleviating suffering for yourself and your loved ones. Well, your loved ones may extend to the whole freaking universe, okay? But it's up to you to recognize that and say, okay, because I have that core essence, I've distilled my life down, I've distilled my emotions really down to that kernel of truth. Now I know how I need to direct my energy, and that's our Five of Wands, control, right? Being able to restrain our energy a show of strength is not always showing your strength. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones that don't have to make a display of it. A true example or a true demonstration of power is your ability to restrain yourself. Okay? Someone who gets mad and they start breaking stuff and getting all angry and that's not strength. That's not a strong person. They may be physically strong, they can break boards or whatever, but they don't have the strength, the inner strength, to control the expression of their energy. So when we're tempted to go this way, this way, this way, this way, true power is the ability to control that and say, I'm staying the course no matter what tempts me. It's like the Buddha sitting there under the Bodhi tree. And, all the demons from hell and everything came at him to try to get him to get off his spot. But he sat firm in his spot and nothing pushed him off that spot until he got the goal, right? So it's ability to restrain ourselves. Like somebody that would say, oh, you're weak because you won't fight me, Maybe it would be easy to fight. It would be easy to let that energy out in a big burst of fiery energy, but it would be more evidence of your power to restrain yourself and say, I'm not going to be drawn into any of this fiery energy or any of these distractions, or I'm not going to react to the criticism. I'm not going to react to the haters. Because this is that burst of energy. And that burst of energy is either going to kind of cause us to do something impulsive that we're then going to have to sort of back it up and course correct, right? It's the energy it takes to deviate and then the energy it takes to come back to center. This is that burst of energy, and it may really just want to come out in this flash, right? This is very powerful energy, but it doesn't last long, right? This is energy. It's a burst of energy. It's a big display of energy that fizzles out very quickly, and then we got to pick up the pieces, put things back together. So we can either be swept away by this cardinal fire energy, or we can grab the reins using this Five of Wands, grab the reins and control ourselves. Stay the course. Keep doing what we're doing. Not get led, not get baited into the fight. The unnecessary waste of energy, the burst of energy that's just going to make our lives even more challenging, right? We're avoiding unnecessary kind of outbursts in that way, right? Let's talk about the path of the serpent, because now you've got this intuition. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, by the way, please do. It is totally free. This is your intuition. Again, this is the High Priestess showing you the way to your Empress life. And if you trust in this intuition, then we're not really going to be listening to the noise, to all the distraction. We're going to be able to hear the voice of our own higher soul, even in the middle of all of this noise. There's a lot of static. We're still able to find the signal and stay locked in to your spiritual will, to the voice of your own soul, and keep doing what you're doing. No matter what challenges you face, no matter who says what to you, no matter who says what to someone else about you, okay? You're being told to not go looking for trouble, not go looking for alternatives. Don't investigate any other pathways. You know what to do. You keep doing what you're doing. Okay? The opportunity is there now for your plan to really bear fruit. So you got to double down. You got to push harder in this particular direction. Don't waste energy going off this way. No, put all your effort into this forward movement. And your success is this close, right? This close. In the environment, we have the Six of Swords. And really, this is a kind of a harmony and a resonance with other people. These are relationships that are flowing and functional and reciprocating, and it's a sharing of information, it's an exchange of ideas. And this is kind of the ideal. This is what we want. I don't know that we have that right now. Okay? And I think Spirit's kind of saying, like, if there's some friction with you and some people, family members, friends, now's not the time to really worry about that. That's a distraction. I don't think the other people are really ready to reconcile. I don't feel that there is a need for you right now to spend your energy trying to fix these relationships. Okay. It feels like that's kind of something that's trying to, it's almost like something's trying to draw you into drama. Someone's trying to pull you out of this 6 into a 5 of swords, right? Drama, static. Okay. Here's a card of science. Okay. Card of science. This is a card that says you have a plan for what you're doing. We've got to stick to it. You've got it down to a science. Okay. And this means control. Any good science needs strict control of conditions. Yeah. The Empress energy in the fear, worry, and the concern. Of course, that concern is that we're not going to get that. Okay. And if we feel like we don't have this or we're not going to get that, then it may prompt us to like, uh-oh, I better do something different real quick because I'm not going to get here. It's like you're almost at the finish line, but you start worrying that you're not going to finish the race, and so you start doing all these weird things, different things to try to get there. But it's like it doesn't make any sense. Very often, what we see is some kind of negative emotion, right? A discontent, a sadness, right? That is then prompting us to do something different in order to alleviate that condition, right? It's kind of like our own sadness motivates us to improve our lives. Yeah. But now I kind of think that it's this unnecessary worrying that's sort of prompting you to change something, but that's going to be self-sabotage. That's going to lead to this 9 of Swords. Okay. It makes sense, right? 7, 8, 9. It's sequential. If we do this and we do this, and this is the mechanism, right? We're going to get this. We're going to get despair. It's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're so worried we're not going to get our best life. We're so worried we're not going to reach the goal that we're going to do something stupid and we're not going to get to the goal. And then we're going to say, I knew it. I knew I wasn't going to do it. All right? We don't want to self-sabotage. We don't want to fulfill that prophecy. Okay? Let's look at our mystery card. What do we have here? I want to see some good, and I want to see either another Empress, maybe the Magician, maybe the World card, maybe a 6, a 9, a 10 of Cups. I think a 9 of Cups would be great to go on top of that 9 of Swords, right? Let's see what we have. The 8 of Pentacles. Keep doing what you're doing, right? So we don't even need the 9 of Cups to go on top of this, because then it's too late. What we have is an 8 of Pentacles to go on top of the 8 of Wands. Replace this with this. If you're feeling this, if you're feeling like, there might be a better path, there might be a better way, maybe to take a detour would be more productive, I'd actually get my goal, maybe I should do something different. If we're starting to hear the doubts from our own mind and we're starting to criticize ourselves or other people are criticizing us, the idea is not to act on that, right? 8 of Wands, the idea is to double down what you're doing and stay the course and work harder, work more diligently, work in silence, and keep doing it. The 8 of Pentacles is all about the repetition. So there's a reason why we didn't get the 9 of Cups, right? Because the 9 of Cups would go on top of the 9 of Swords, but it's already too late. But here, we're stopping this energy before it ruins anything. Okay? When we're in this situation, we do not want to then act on it. We don't want to act on this noise, because then we're acting in a noisy way. So the only way to combat this is to just double down on what you're doing, work harder, pay more attention. It's all about the routine. It's all about the repetitive, the consistency, your ability to do it over and over and over again. Stay in the routine, stay in the consistency. All right? And you will succeed. I all but guarantee it. We're going to do an extended reading. We'll do some oracle cards and I Ching reading. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Scorpio Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free, and I usually dress much nicer. Leave a comment if you haven't yet. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.